Welcome guys. Now in this section we will see monitoring of trip circuit when circuit breaker is in closed position. So here you can see again a trip circuit supervision diagram in which you can see that in previous section I have explained in detail that this trip circuit supervision relay has two coils A and B. Coil B is monitoring the tripping coil when the breaker is in open position, whereas coil A is doing the monitoring when the breaker is in the closed position. So here you can see the contact number 4. The contact number 4 here is normally open contact associated with circuit breaker auxiliary switch. It means that when the circuit breaker is closed, this contact is closed, and when the circuit breaker is open, this contact is open. So when the circuit breaker is closed, you can see the coil B is short circuited, so this will not work. During this time, you can see the return negative will be going through trip coil, and this contact is optional contact, it is closed. This is the normally open contact, so when breaker is closed, this contact will also be closed. And 3 and 4 are monitoring the basically 2 and 3 are monitoring SF6 and air pressure. So return negative is reaching here because these two contacts are closed, and it is now the negative is available at the coil A, and the positive is available, solid positive through this resistor is available at A. So when this relay is picked up, A1 is, you can see, is closed, and it will energize this coil C. So when coil C is energized, this is normally closed contact, this will become open. So you can see this, that there will be no alarm, and this is the healthy condition. And for example, just in this case we will just assume that a wire is broken. For example, you can see the wire is broken after trip coil between this point, so negative will be available here, and when this wire or this section wire is open, then you can see that breaker is closed, so there will be no return DC from here up to the coil, and this coil will be de-energized, and result will be the A1 will be open, which is the auxiliary contact of coil A, and the result will be that coil C will be de-energized, and this is a normal close contact. It will initiate the alarm that tripping coil or tripping circuit is failed. Another thing we can see here, when this trip circuit when this trip coil is energizing, you can see here that, for example, if SF6 pressure is low, this is the contact number 2. If the SF6 pressure is low, then the circuit breaker will be in lockout position. It means you cannot close it, you cannot open it, and this contact will become open. So the circuit breaker is not safe to open in this condition. Pressure is not enough to open the breaker. So in that case, you can see everything is fine here. You can see that the return negative is coming from trip coil, and breaker is, for example, is closed in this condition. It will be passing through contact number 4, normally open contact of the circuit breaker. Then okay, gas pressure is also fine here. So if the gas pressure is also okay here, then you can see this, that the contact number 2 is now open. So the DC return negative, if you connect a multimeter, will be available up to this point. So after 2 you will not get return negative, so it means that there will be no return negative at the coil A, and only positive is coming through this. So in that case this coil will be de-energized. So that in this case you can see that trip circuit supervision is not only monitoring the healthiness of tripping coil, tripping wires, but also what we have done here is that we have put the normally open contact of the SF6. If SF6 is low, again the alarm circuit will be on, this will be de-energized, A1 will be open, and the contact the coil C will be de-energized, and you can see here that the contact C1 alarm contact will be, because it is normally closed, when the coil C is de-energized it will close and it will initiate the alarm. So an alarm will be initiated either the wire is break, either the trip coil is open, either the mechanism failure, operating mechanism failure in case of SF6 pressure low. In each case this alarm will be initiated. Another case is if, for example, the DC supply main MCB is tripped. So for example, if the DC supply main MCB is tripped, everything is fine, but there will be no DC supply, no solid positive or return negative to the coil A when the circuit breaker is closed. So A1 will be open, and you can see that coil C here is again now in this case de-energized because the control supply is failed, and this is normal close contact, again it will give the alarm. So trip circuit supervision not only monitoring the healthiness of tripping coil, it's also monitoring the healthiness of tripping circuit wiring. It is also monitoring the healthiness of DC supply available or not. It's also monitoring by using this, by seeing this diagram. Now you know that it's also monitoring that the circuit breaker is not locked out because of low SF6 or mechanism failure. And also if there is any additional lockout interlock, here you can see this is number 5 is available in the circuit, and the circuit breaker cannot tripped because of this lockout, it will also monitor. So in this case it will give alarms. So these are all the possibilities of the trip circuit supervision. I have explained these possibilities in closed circuits, same are also valid for the open circuit. So this is very basic diagram. Later I will show you how you can basically read this. If you have concept is clear in this ladder diagram, then later in schematics we will see how to check the drawings and how to troubleshoot. Thank you very much.